telling the lie up on top of the mountain and formed it into this snowball. It's rolled down the hill and it's now this giant thing where truth is lies and knowledge is ignorance, and everything is the opposite of what it actually is. And what you have to get back is to what is verifiable. And as much as people say, oh, the mainstream media or the lamestream media or whatever it is, the New York Times and the Wall Street Journal that are have opposite editorial positions, their actual papers, if you really want to follow what's going on and pretend that it's not just, oh, well, their interest is this in promoting the elites, it's just, they're actually really good at what they do. And I think if Americans were to sort of say, I mean, Spencer Cox, the governor of Utah, just in the middle of our tragedy, he said, turn your phones off, turn off social media, because you know what?
I want to have him on here. Yeah, Spencer Cox, I would love to get to have a conversation with you.
I met him last January at the Governors Association. I was talking about the revolution, and we showed some clips at the National Governors Association, and he came up and he asked a question. He said, you talk about virtue. I want to pursue this question of virtue. And I said, thank God, here's a place where we can have it. But he's the guy who said, turn off your social media. Go out into nature. Hug somebody that you know. Because if you look at it, social media isn't. You ever been in a room of teenagers where they've all got their phones?
Yeah, there's nothing social about it.
There's nothing social about it. It's all an interior dialogue with yourself. It's schizophrenic. It actually creates 1,000 people in you, when our object, as we've been talking for the entire time we talked about, is to find out who this person is inside. Who am I?
Yeah.
Is the central question. I start with an easier question, very hard. Who are we, the United States of America? But then inevitably, all of those questions form a mirror. And I don't know if you get out in nature much, but nature is perfect. And nature puts a mirror back to all of your imperfections. And that's tough. A lot of people would rather be, completely occupied by other stuff all the time, rather than say, what is it that I could do that could make me a better person?
Yeah, thank you. Some of these thoughts are so great. A group of friends of mine.
Oh, you've given me just this dream of the future, the pilot light, all of that stuff. Thank you.
Well, it's important that we're thinking about this stuff together. And I would even, I would disagree, on the news outlets that you mentioned, right? I would disagree. For me, I don't need to disagree with you about it. Yeah. But I see when you and I are here talking, we probably have a lot of the very same ideas and hopes. But I don't need to sit there and tell to you, hey, I disagree with a news source you might like. It's like, it just shows that what you're even saying is just us conversating about something is what really matters.
That's all
This
that
is
matters.
real media right here.
Exactly. It's when we talk about each other. All I meant about choosing stuff is that you want to make sure that the source is fact-checking itself, that it has its own responsibility, because when the cat's away, the mice will play. And that's all we have now, are mice out there. And you just need a little bit of people who go, we have to check this to make sure it's true.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll get to a place where there's some sort of a purity test of some, that we could all agree on. I wonder if AI or something in some way gets us to a purity test.
Well, that would be a wonderful unintended consequence, because isn't it supposed to destroy us? Because
I know that's what I'm thinking.
It's going to drive us crazy, and maybe the opposite will happen.
We're going to be data slaves. You and I are going to have pickaxes. We'll be in a bit mine somewhere, and we'll literally be hammering out statistics from old NBA games, so some guy can upload them for his DraftKings account.
That's right.
That's exactly how it's.
That's where we're going to go.
And years later, your son or some orb that you created will be doing a documentary on that, or your daughter, who you just had a nice time with at the D-Day Museum last year. She will be doing a documentary on you and I, working as miners in a bit mine somewhere.
I'm running back to New Hampshire so that I can go back to my little tiny town where things work and people are civil and they've got their signs out, but nobody says, you're wrong. They just say, that's what you believe. I disagree with that. It's really, it's good.
I think there's a lot of good places out there that do have a lot of peace in them. So since we're talking about kind of information and stuff, where do you get your information? How do you do it? Do you have a team that helps you source? What do you guys do?
It's pretty.
Do you walk into the library?